Here's a story. Every Friday, I've been going, I don't know, maybe this is close to 30 years already. I go to a marketplace in Tel Aviv. I go with a couple other friends here in Kfar Chabad, and we set up a table over there and ask people to put on tefillin. And just recently, I guess maybe the last 10 years, whatever, I also give out candles, little box here. See, little boxes of candles. See these? To one box of candles. See, inside there are candles. Put this. There it is. There's little candles inside, and I put them in a box. I give them out to women. Okay, but this before that, I was just giving out, putting on tefillin. So I'm putting on tefillin. So some man, what did I over here? Yes. So I'm asking people come put on tefillin. Some guy stops in front of me. He gets off of his bike. Oh, he was riding a mountain bike. Huh? It's sort of like a muscular guy, maybe maybe in his 60s, could be. Had a little earring, a little tattoo. He had a ponytail, which the place where I am putting on tefillin is right in the middle of this leftists, this really sort of super, leftist area of Tel Aviv. And these people, like, they think that they're superior. They're like the beautiful people, and they're superior to everybody else. And then, anyway, so this guy stops, screeches his bike in front of me, and he says, so I said, "Would you like to put on tefillin?" And he just starts cursing me out. Said, "You people, you're a disgrace to the mankind. You're a disgrace to your family. You're this, and you're a bunch of thieves and a bunch of parasites and this and it." The religious people, because the religious people, they don't go to the army, at least as much as Chabad does go to the army, but there's no, not en masse. Like, anyway, so you bunch of parasites, but they're all cursing me out and everything like that. So he said, "You're making people feel miserable. Standing over here, and you're putting your guilt trip on people, making people feel miserable and guilty about the." So I wanted to get rid of this guy, and I didn't know how. So I said to him, "Okay, listen, let's do like this." I said, "Maybe you're right. Maybe I never noticed. Guilt trip, really making people feel miserable. I could be." So I said, "Listen, let's do like this. You stand over here next to me, behind me, and I'll ask people to put on tefillin. The first person that has a bitter face or looks like I'm making him miserable is I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll listen to you. I'll listen to you. You can give me a lecture, 5-minute lecture, and maybe you'll convince me. Who knows what? I wanted to just get rid of this guy because I didn't know what to do." Okay, so, and I also wanted to hear sort of, if you really had anything to say at all. So I asked one person, the person comes by, I said, "Want to put on tefillin?" The guy goes, "No, no." Another guy puts on and goes by and says, "Achi, my brother, come put on tefillin." "No, no, no, don't want to." I asked like 3 or 4 people if they want to put on tefillin. They all refused, but all of them with a smile. "No, no, 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 no." Suddenly comes screeches, and it comes up in front of there's a guy on a mountain bike, and he's got a little tattoo or 2 tattoos and a little earring in his ear, and he has a ponytail, and he's like maybe a guy 60 years old. He's sort of muscular, he's got these short pants on. He comes to a screech in front. So I thought, "Well, now I've got 2 of them. What am I going to do?" So I don't know what to say to these people. I only have one thing to say. So I said, "You want to put on tefillin? Rutzel laniach tefillin?" And the fellow said, "Betach, sure I do. Of course I do." And he put on tefillin. So I looked back at this other guy, he was supposed to be the observer, that he was going to, he was observing this experiment, and so I looked back at him to see, if he really realized, and I saw he ran away. He got on his bicycle. I just saw his backside just going away. But it was the first time that I really realized that people, at least in Israel, they really enjoyed being asked if they want to put on tefillin. And this one guy, he was an exception. He was an exception. He didn't. So I hope he went home and he laughed. He was happy. And then he went home and cried. Was happy. but it's a sign that Jews enjoy even the thought of Judaism. Have a good day with Mashiach, and I'll see you at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.